Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour Mastermind. I am the co-host and co-CEO of the Entrepreneur Power Hour and Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters. And I'm here tonight with my fellow business partner and best friend in the world and CEO, Kareem Mays. Really awesome guy, has helped me begin to manifest this dream. We work very hard to bring you guys effective masterminds every single week. And I just want everyone to know that without your input, there is no mastermind. So please feel free to chime in, give us your insights and inputs when we ask. And tonight, I want to start off with the No Excuse Creed. Now, what we're talking about tonight is overnight success not being a reality. And I know a lot of people see those Ty Lopez videos, or they see those affiliate marketers, and you see the big house and the car and all that stuff. And, they promise you all this money and all these results with very little effort or no time involved. Well, Kareem and I are the real deal. We're not gurus, and we're documenting our journey along the way. So by watching us, you're going to know that all that is pretty much bullshit, and that in order to succeed, hard work, persistence, and determination are key factors, patience, and innovation and adaptation as well. So tonight, I want to read you guys something very special from a book I finished today called No Excuse, Key Principles for Balancing Life and Achieving Success by Mr. Jay Riffenberry. I put a link in the chat tonight. You can go to www.riffenberry.com, that's RIFENBARY.com, and check out the whole training center from Jay Riffenberry. So, the No Excuse Creed. I am a no-excuse person. I live self-responsibility, and I am accountable for everything that I say and do. I know what it means to be alive, and my direction is clear. I understand my purpose in life and do things with a sense of mission. I act with integrity, own all of my own decisions, and always do the very best I can. I forgive myself and others for what was or what was not done that may have caused heartache and failure in the past. I forgive my environment and I overcome obstacles. I let go of the past and move on to achieve excellence. I have intact self-esteem and maintain it by value judging no one. I give everyone total unconditional acceptance because we are all equal in the eyes of God. I am no better than anyone else and no one is better than me. However, as a no-excuse person, I am always confident of my talents and skills. I maintain excellent health, feel energetic, and carry a cheerful countenance. I maintain self-control in thought, word, and deed, and I have the patience to see things through. I am always honest with myself and others, and set goals which are true for me. I have a dream big enough to overcome my fears, handle risks, and live the life that I choose. I am always learning and growing, ever expanding my mind and learning new skills. I care about people and encourage them to be all they can be. I understand and communicate effectively with others. I honor my family and friends and realize how important they are to me. I respect others, appreciate their talents and skills, and have love and compassion for everyone. I have a strong desire to serve others and make a difference. I balance my activities among the 7 key areas of life. These are the physical, mental, spiritual, family, career, financial, and social. My life is a product of the decisions I make and will continue to make, and I am in charge of it. I have no excuse. All of my excuses are gone. No excuse living is for me. I am a no excuse person. Thoughts?
Chris, I'll jump in here and say we have excuses that are legitimate excuses, and we have alibis.
Okay.
And alibis are just cop-outs.
Okay.
And why do you not want to get on camera? Well, it's a bad hair day. That's an alibi.
Okay. Well, okay, so you say that some people have legitimate excuses. What do you think a legitimate excuse is based on the No Excuse Creed that I just read? Because I personally believe that if you absolutely 100% can do it anyway. No matter what the excuse is, unless you're having a heart attack or you've got a family emergency, or something really tragic has happened, you can still follow through with the tasks you have set out for yourself.
I agree wholeheartedly. If it's something that's impeding your progress because another outside effect is crowding that time slot,
Okay.
then you might postpone it. But if you don't follow through with it, you're just using and relying on an alibi.
Okay.
You had no intention of serious intention of addressing the issue.
I agree. I also would like to reword what you define as an excuse into a postponing and excuses are two different things. If you're postponing something, that means that you have a real legitimate reason for not starting on it at that particular time. An excuse and an alibi to me personally, are the exact same thing. To me, an excuse is where you're saying, you make an excuse because of the real reason is you're afraid to do it or you don't think that you can. Anyone else's thoughts? Dan?
Well, overall, I tend to agree with you, but and I think excuses are kind of what you're saying. They're what we make up so that way we can make ourselves feel better about the reason why we didn't do what we had originally wanted to do. There are things that come up and sometimes do get in the way or cause us to have to postpone or redirect our efforts or something like that to another time. And I think, like you were saying, alibis is when you come to that time and then you make another reason or an excuse or something to not do it, because of, like you're saying, because you're afraid or whatever. I think, there are outside influences that do hamper and get in the way and, make you have to kind of work around it, and work around things sometimes. And going back to we're our own worst enemies, so to speak, and we're the ones that are our own, get in the way of our success and moving forward or whatever we're wanting to do more often than anything else. So that's kind of where I'm at. I do think that the creed, when it was talking about not judging and things like that, I think the ultimate goal is to work towards to where you don't try and judge things and stuff like that, especially people and stuff like that. I think it's just inherent in our nature that we just do those things, and we do it most of the time not with the intent of doing that. We just do it. It's kind of so built into who we are, because that's how we make judgments of how we're moving forward. That could also play into how we make assessments of excuses and stuff like that, because of things that we're perceiving and stuff like that out there, and how we judge things and look at things. And I think and it can be because we're not sure about somebody, and we may think, they might be somebody we thought we might want to work with, but then in making a judgment, things like that. So I think a lot of things play into a lot of these things, and you have to really learn to weed out what's a real excuse and what's, and get yourself to doing what you really want to do.
Chris, you're sounding very muffled.
Don't know why.
There you are. You're back. You're
Okay.
back.
Now, let me just ask Dan a question here. Dan, if you and Kareem and I made excuses for not doing what we say we're going to do, for not being on the mastermind, for not building this business with people, Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, and we weren't dedicating ourselves to what we say we were going to do, how many of you would take us seriously? That silence tells me everything. because
Sorry, I
no,
was,
that's exactly
no. I
what
was
wanted to happen. Okay.
no, I was going to say I don't think anybody really would take you seriously,
Exactly.
and in that sense, and that's that's part of the equation.
Go ahead.
Well, the biggest thing for me is having a deadline. Because if I have a deadline, deadlines don't take excuses. I can't give an excuse to not show up here. There's a certain time I have to be here. There's a certain time I have to deliver what my products on Fiverr. There's a certain time I have to get things done when I'm working with Sean. And by having that deadline, there's really no room for an excuse. I mean, yes, I could get, hit by a car, mauled by a bear, and then that's a different story. But really, if you think about it, all the things I can make an excuse for, I could have probably had 10, 20, 30 minutes of extra time to sit down and work on it and do it. You'll be surprised what happens when you say, I'm not going to make an excuse. I know I have a lot of stuff to do, but I'm just going to keep going at it. And then you'll get into a mode where you just start knocking stuff out. You won't even think about it. You'll just start knocking stuff out. It's kind of like a mental discipline or martial art or something like that. And I'd actually love to hear Josh or Steve or Carl's thoughts on that.
Sure, I'll go.
Josh!
Hey! It's been a while, guys. Good to see you guys again.
MIA.
Yeah. I've been busy though, so it's been good.
Yeah, us too, man. We got big stuff coming with Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, which is our official company. We've got mentors helping us. One of our mentors is actually here tonight, and he's a business structuring mentor, and he's helped $1 million businesses turn their businesses around. So he's the real deal, and he's been very, very helpful to us and believes in us. So things are coming together for us too, Josh. It's really exciting.
Super excited to hear that. So what you guys were talking about, at least from what I heard, the topic is excuses. And I'll just go from that. I'll just go from excuses.
Well, actually, Josh, just before you get into what you're going to say, we're actually talking about, I did a video today on Twitter about overnight success is not a reality. And in the video, I talked about what it really takes to be successful, what success is to me. It's not about material possessions or money and that. It's about how many lives you change, the lives you touch, the legacy you leave behind. And then I got into the No Excuse Creed from this awesome book that I finished today by Jay Riffenberry. Yeah, and I went into the No Excuse Creed, and I was just getting people's thoughts on it. So that's where we're at right now. But go ahead, Josh.
I think it's a great topic. So as far as, I think excuses are more for the employee mindset.
I agree.
One thing, to tell your boss I'm sick or, I'm not going to get this done today or whatever. But with the online world, especially if you guys have your own businesses, which some of you do, I know you dream to do. In the online world, reputation is so important. And if you don't have good reputation, if you make excuses to clients, not bosses, but clients on a regular basis of why work's not going to be done on time or any other number of bullshit excuses that somebody may come up with, you can tank a company very, very quickly just based on reputation alone. I think, the idea of making an excuse, I often, and I have my own company, but I often, if I've got a deadline, a serious deadline, I'll stay up till midnight, 1, 2 a.m. It doesn't matter because I'm not gonna tell my client I'm sorry, missed the deadline for whatever reason. I mean, that's just unacceptable. And as you have your own company, that's kind of a huge contrast or a huge differentiator between a business owner and an employee. And you can see this with almost all business owners. I mean, if you go into a plumbing shop or something like that, and you talk to one of the employees and you say, when can I have this done? And they may give you a time, and if that time doesn't happen, it doesn't matter to that person. But if you talk to the business owner, he's going to make sure that happens because he understood what it took to build that clientele, to build the rapport, to build the reputation that he has. And he's not going to make excuses. He will make it happen. He won't make excuses. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
I completely agree with that. I think that, and that's why I asked everyone tonight about if Kareem and I, as business owners with Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, if we tell a client, hey, yeah, we'll do this, we're going to make this awesome video showcasing your business or product and your benefits and your core and your end benefits and what you can offer people. If we said we'd have this video done by, let's say, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., and then all of a sudden Kareem and I message the guy and go, or person, or call them and say, yeah, actually, we haven't got started on your video yet. How much repeat business do you think we're going to get from that client?
Exactly.
Yeah.